Today I wanted to take a look at PNPM, a more efficient package manager, and how to use it with SharePoint Framework SPFX. Here we're looking at the motivation page for PNPM where it talks about using symlinks or linked folders to avoid disk duplication with node modules. So if you make 10 SPFX projects, they all have 50,000 files, you could end up with 500,000 files and a lot of duplication. So to install that, we want to do npm install g pnpm. And that's a package that you can install globally to help better manage your packages. So we'll go ahead and execute that command, and then we'll give it a test with SPFX. So if we were to make a new folder for SPFX, and we were to come in there and say yo at SharePoint, the standard Yeoman generator to make an SPFX project. We'll go ahead and make our choices on the solution name, targeting current folder, latest versions, all default settings really, and it'll go ahead and template out a new SPFX project for us. Okay, with that command complete, we're in a position to run gulp serve and open up our SPFX project. That'll start the Workbench localhost website. All right, so here we can see the SharePoint Workbench. We can add our Hello World web part, edit the properties, put in the word test, and see that displayed. So things are working pretty well. Okay, if we break out of the project and we go explore the folder, here we can see Node Modules, check out the contents, and we have 50,000 files in there using the standard methodology. That's a lot of data. So what we're going to do is go ahead and delete Node Modules and let it remove those 50,000 files. And we're going to try to install them a little differently. Okay, with our files removed, we'll go over to the command line. We don't even have a Node Modules folder right now. And instead of npm install, we're going to say pnpm install. And you'll see a little different output on the command line, that it's kind of downloading and reusing and keeping track of counts a little bit differently than what we're normally used to. So here we can see its reuse count is increasing as well as the total count. And what PNPM is doing is it's making symbolic links and references to items it already has so that it need not download so many primary files that live directly in the Node Modules folder. Okay, and with PNPM completed, we see the output of the dependencies and dev dependencies. Let's go start Explorer to the current folder. We have a new Node Modules created, which has a lean 1,100 files, not 50,000. That's a tremendous reduction. So instead of 50,000 files, we've got 1,000 files. Sounds like a manageable ratio to me. And if we go back over to our command line and we type in gulp space serve, our project should start and run normally. So here we can see SharePoint Workbench with the add web part experience, the edit web part, and PNPM is great. It's definitely working just like the normal one. No special messages on the command line, seems to be working just like before. So that's how we can use PNPM instead of npm. Essentially spin up the project, throw away your Node Modules folder, and then run PNPM to do your install. And that's going to save us a lot of disk space. So something to check out, PNPM over here on the motivation page about the logic and then some of the different commands. PNPM install, this is what we used just a minute ago to install the dependencies. It reads the package JSON and then brings those dependencies local. And these are different frozen and lock states, which store to use, prefer offline, a couple of different settings you can use to optimize it. But from my experience, you just run what you would normally say npm install, add the letter P in front of it, and you'll do just fine. Thanks for watching.